The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back and we're ready. Hope you are too for The Local Show, where we champion local businesses. There are a lot of people out there who work very hard every day in their family business, their local business right here around town, and it's only getting better because there's going to be more opportunities as more people come into town and they finish up the road work. That's annoying me. You know what I don't like about traveling? There's a lot I don't like.
I can make you a list of things I do know.
But the one thing is when you get into Pennsylvania and all these places where you're being funneled down to one lane and people are just nobody's cooperating.
So are you?
But that's what's happening all around our area.
So
now.
Are you the guy that it says one lane 50 miles ahead and you get in the right lane?
Uh-huh.
Are you that guy?
Yes.
Are you the person that waits till a mile ahead and moves over, or the person that waits till the last second and moves over?
My wife thinks I wait too long, but I don't. And when I'm not with her, I'm usually over early, in the proper lane.
What's the proper lane?
Well, the proper lane is if it's going to funnel down to one lane, they say the two left lanes are closed. Well, then you better go over to the right lane and
But if it
start
happens
right.
in 10 miles, you're only making it worse.
No, you're not, because you should be going the right speed at that time.
They call it the zipper method. Okay, listeners, look up the zipper method. You're supposed to kind of blend in towards the end.
You get that one hot rod who rides the left-hand lane and gets about 30 car lengths above you and then cuts in right at the last minute. I hate that.
I could tell it. You hate that.
No,
this is a fun conversation.
I drive around Syracuse in a truck all the time, and the construction is challenging, but really the Syracuse drivers are pretty good about it.
Yeah.
Like around here, it's as bad as it's been as long as we've been around here. Right. Construction. People are tolerating it pretty well.
That's good.
Those when the concrete barriers are there, and then it creates the S's where the road isn't.
Wow,
it's
tough, man.
Judy just bounces off them.
Yeah. Uses them as bumpers like when you bowl. All right. Jerome Snyder's with us. He's the owner of Pestmaster Services here in Central New York, and he gets rid of your critters. How you doing there, buddy?
Like a dream come true.
Yeah, you manage them. You manage the insects and the rodents.
All your uninvited guests.
Okay. How many years ago did you start this?
I've been 6 years right now.
And I remember when you did it.
Yeah.
And we're friends. And it's been quite a journey.
It has.
Yeah. You were in the military for how long?
I was in the military for 20 years.
Goodness gracious, you'd had a whole career first.
I did, yep.
Yeah.
You don't seem that tough.
Easy.
I'm old and soft.
They beat the tough out of him.
They did.
Did you see time? Did you go over? And,
I served in Iraq. Yeah.
Oh, you were in Iraq.
2006, 2007 during the surge.
God bless you.
Ramadi and Fallujah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard the stories. Wow. I know.
So then you come back, and then you did some. Where did you go first before Pestmasters?
So I'm a chemist by nature. So I started out in Buffalo. I was pharmaceuticals, and then we moved here. We had a family business. We were making hair care products, conditioner, styling products, things like that. Mm-hmm. And then I went to a little town on the other side, or a little business on the other side of town here, and we were making natural pest products that I helped develop, and we were making those. And then I kind of felt like I was on the wrong side of the thing, so I'd been in factories too long, and I decided to get out and do this pest control.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's different about your pest control and management?
We're all about education here, so all of our people are applicators, technicians, applicators. If they're getting to be a technician, then they should be working on becoming an applicator, and multiple licenses and stuff like that. So we're broad spectrum. Some companies just want to focus on doing the stinging insects, and they do very well at that in town. There's some people that do that. There's some people that just do the wildlife, and they do very, very well at that. And I try to be full spectrum pest control. So if you've got your bats and your squirrels and your skunks and stuff like that, I can do that as well as your mice, and then your stinging insects, ants, cockroaches and things.
You did a wonderful job at my house. I want to tell people the experience. It was fantastic. We had a hood put in, a vent hood for our stove, and some birds got up in there, maybe some starlings and things like that, nested. He came, you and your crew came over to the house, and you replaced the hood because that had to be taken off. And then you got inside and you sterilized the inside, got rid of the pests and the birds and whatever else that was in there, then cleaned it all, buttoned it all up. It looked just like it did before I had the problem, and then made it so that birds can't get back in there. And it was wonderful.
Isn't it true, Jerome, that you took all the pests from Tom's house, including the woodchuck, and brought it to my mom's house?
Yeah.
That's correct. The woodchuck at your mom's house, he's got some long-lived.
I'll tell you, this is like, right? There's so you handle the bigger he's not a carnivore, he's a herbivore. You handle those things too. So yes to spiders and bugs and stinging insects. And I know you don't say bees because you love bees, and bees are important to you, yes?
So there's a lot of different species out there. The carpenter bees can cause wood damage. When we have honeybees that we come across, we have 3 different honeybee people in the area, companies in the area that we call, and they will cut those out of the house. They will remove them. They take them to their apiary. I have 3 different companies I refer to. They're all very, very good. And then you don't have those in your house. You have to remove the hive and the nest and the honeycomb and all that stuff. Otherwise, you'll get secondary pests.
Sure. Are squirrels, are they bad news?
I love squirrels.
Squirrels are a challenge.
Squirrels are awesome.
No, they're eating all of my bird seed. I've got a family of them, and I counted 6 of the babies and the adults, and you know what? They're cute for about 5 minutes.
Remove the bird feeder, Tom. Get rid of it.
But I love the birds.
You're one of those things that the squirrel tries to beat. Have you watched those on YouTube where the squirrel jumps on and swings around in circles or slides down a pole? It's great fun.
Is it humane to kill the squirrels?
It is for you.
I got to get rid of them.
There's a story. I don't know. Everybody seems to know the story, but there's somebody capturing the squirrels and taking them away and releasing them.
And they come right back.
And then they said, well, you got to spray paint them. So it's one of these legends, right? So somebody's grandpa spray paints the squirrels, and then the spray painted pearl comes back. Yeah. So you're not supposed to relocate squirrels.
So does Pestmaster spray paint the squirrels?
I don't.
What would you do about squirrel abatement, or can't you?
We kill them dead,
that abates them.
So talk to me about when people get treated for hornets and stingy insects and things around their windows. You and I were talking last week that sometimes it makes a mess. For some companies kind of have to go in and spray, and then you got to deal with your windows. You do it a little different.
When I talk to customers, they're like, oh, I have to have you come and do it before I get my windows washed. And I'm like, we don't get it on the windows. So that's kind of a personal pride for me. Personally, all my employees, we don't get the...
And it's still effective, though.
And it's still effective. And we apply it in a way where we're not hosing down the whole house from top to bottom. We're responsibly putting it on there. We do come 3 times a year to do these exterior treatments for your house. And so we're putting less product on than maybe some other people are putting on, but we're putting it on 3 times a year.
Gotcha.
And so we find that to be better ethically. We find that to be better as far as, the environment and what we're doing and the way we're applying it. I don't know that anybody else is doing what we're doing.
Okay. So you got about 25, 30 seconds to tell us about the different packages. Go quickly.
Oh, yeah. We got the home service is 3 treatments for just your bugs on your house. We got the Home Plus, which is 4 treatments, your bugs plus your mice. And then we have the Home Complete, which is your bugs and your mice and your yard pests like your mosquitoes and fleas and ticks. And that we come out monthly through the season. So it usually starts April, May, depending on when the snow leaves us. And it goes right through till October, November when the snow comes back.
Excellent.
So Jerome's the guy, 598-4046. Is that right, Jerome?
That's me, 598-4046.
598-4046. Pestmaster, generic.pestmaster.com. Right, Jerome?
That's me.
All right. You have a great rest of the day, buddy, and a good summer. All right, take care. Luis Colon Torres is the owner of Luis Colon Torres Enterprises, which includes the Guadalajara restaurant, and he'll be up next. We'll hear his whole story right here on the local show on 570 WSYR.